How have you found the Euro 2024? Well, we're now in the semi-final, and it features the likes of France against Spain and even the Netherlands against England. And here's a preview of the semi-final matches. One on Tuesday, that's between France and Spain, and then the other semi-final on Wednesday between the Netherlands and England. And my name is Ayomid Sotubo, and this is the Nutmeg on GuardianTV. Once again, Hogan does the honors of previewing a game at the Euros with us. It's great to have you, as we always do.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
And now I'd like to ask you, first of all, for me, it's not been the most interesting tournament, but have you found Euro 2024?
Well, it's football, and we just want to view something. We want to see 11 players for each team, playing the ball, trying to win something. There's a goal towards playing the football, playing the game. Well, it's not been interesting as it ought to be, because we feel like there's some teams that have not actually done up to expectations. But we've seen some underdogs, and however, I feel that the last round was the end of the underdogs.
Yeah, the underdogs story, the likes of Georgia, Turkey.
Yeah, so Switzerland and all. So they are all out now.
Sad. It would have been nice to have any of them right here in this stage, but we have 4 of them now. We'll start with Tuesday's game. And Tuesday pitches Spain against France. And different stories for both countries at the finals there. But it's quite dicey now, because Spain have played the most dynamic football we've seen, arguably, in my opinion anyway. And France has been like the antithesis, the exact opposite of what Spain have done. They've not exactly dazzled at all, and they've not even, I think they've not scored a goal from open play yet. So,
naturally, what we expect from France is the opposite of what we are getting from them. They've not been that exceptional. No open goal yet.
No open play goals.
No open play goals.
And they're in the semi-finals.
And semi-finals, just penalty shootout and all. That's what they've been experiencing in this tournament. And Spain, we actually did not expect Spain to be this exceptional.
Yeah, I agree with you. Coming into the tournament, you didn't exactly see them playing this way. Although we know Spain, they favor playing this kind of style, but compared to recent seasons, recent tournaments. Yeah,
because we were not expecting that the set of players that responsibilities were given to, in Spain, we felt like they were not going to be able to handle the pressure.
Particularly young players, Lamine Yamal,
Nico Williams,
Pedri, even though he had this unfortunate injury now. Well, but you have to look at both teams now. France are the more pragmatic side, and Spain played the more dynamic football. But I have always had the opinion, even before let's say when the knockout stages began, I always had the opinion that there's one team that could stop Spain. It had to be France.
Yeah. Yes. Though I actually predicted that Germany should be able to knock out Spain the last time, because I felt like they both play good football, and I felt experience was going to have a play out on that tournament, but for that match, I mean. But my idea of experience playing out should have been probably after 90 minutes, if the game was going to see to an extra time. But as it were, it ended 90 minutes. But this time, I feel I support you. I go with what you say.
You have a choice
now. Well, I feel like France actually has, though they do not score, but they are somehow compact with their defending and also.
And I've seen many times. Didier Deschamps has been able to do this.
Yeah, peradventure they are able to take the game into extra time.
Maybe
penalty shoot.
But they have to find solutions for those two players we mentioned. I'm talking about Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal. But let's go into history. It's about time we started doing that, because this is the semi-final. Anything can happen. The last meeting between these sides was in 2021. That was the Nations League final. France won, and the 2 players right now Mikel Oyarzabal for Spain doesn't start, but is on the bench. Came off the bench against Germany and had a very good impact. And then there's Kylian Mbappe. He scored in that game as well. It ended 2-1 in favor of France. Now, 6 wins for France in the head-to-head, 6 wins and 2 draws between them, and 5 for Spain, and that's since 1984. So we're looking at 13 matches, but France just about nicking it. So how do you see this one going this time?
Yeah, you see, the last time they met, I said it before, there was a Pogba factor in the midfield.
And even Kylian Mbappe has said that.
Mbappe was, very active, very agile compared. We've not seen the best of Mbappe this season. Neither have we seen the best of Griezmann this season. And these are the people who actually do the scoring of goals while Pogba does the passes.
I was even baffled that, the period when Mbappe couldn't get the goals, nobody really stood out. We really talked about who could step into that frame and be the talisman for them, and nobody could exactly do that. But there will be no hiding place for them against Spain, I think.
Yes, there will be no hiding space for them. So, but we just hope and just feel like I said, as in a tournament like this, as you move to the next stage, you begin to you get an exposure of how the game is, of how your team looks like. What have you done that is right? What have you done that is you feel like, okay, we need to step up our game, we need to get to the next step. So I just feel like this next game is an open eye for them, and probably we see them doing something fantastic. Maybe this will be the first game France is going to have an open
play goal. Yeah. I'm not going to rule that out, but Spain, there are also no pushovers, and they played the best quality of football we've seen. But let's see how that goes on Tuesday.
But there's another thing. I feel that so far so good. Spain had not faced a team with a more composed defense.
You think so?
Like France, yes.
Okay, that's all for the bit. But again, France are just about one of the most compact teams in tournament football. They're not, even at their best, they don't exactly play the most explosive football like Spain are doing currently.
Yeah.
They just know how to keep things, short things up, and then make good use of the quality attackers that they've always had over the years.
It's just a slight
which Didier Deschamps was one of back in the day. But now, let's move away from that match to Wednesday's semi-final, the second one. This is the Netherlands up against England. And I would like to really bring in context into this one almost immediately. The last meeting was in 2019, also in the UEFA Nations League, but this time in the semi-final. And Netherlands won in that one, 3-1. And Kyle Walker, starting the right back for England, he scored an own goal. Matthias de Ligt doesn't start for Netherlands these days. That, I believe, is down to the coach's preference most of the time. And then they sat in Marcus Rashford. He's not in the squad this time around. But how do you see this game going? I'm going to talk about Rashford, but I want us to talk about, how this game could portend, what we portends for on Wednesday.
Okay, I think for the English team, they are finally getting their shapes a little bit. We know they don't necessarily play a fantastic football, as it were, but they always have a way of navigating through to
get results.
Yeah, especially for this present tournament. I believe that they have what it takes to get to the final, and they also have what it takes to even lifting the trophy, as it were. But it all boils down to the coach. What is the plan of the coach?
Southgate.
Southgate. So,
and they mention the media often.
So I believe that you can see from the beginning of the tournament till now, he has always had something to improve in his game, in his setup. Whether changing of players, we had the first game was Arnold was starting in the midfield. Second game, Arnold again, and the third game, he had to change to Gallagher. Then
Kobe Mino came in. And I think Kobe Mino has been
consistent now.
He's been the best. So, I think in that position, it's the best they have.
Yes.
I think we're not just honest enough to admit it.
That
from
young
the start,
boys coming in and just
But before we talk about Rashford, because I think I want to leave that as the last thing we discuss. Let's look at again history. 3 wins for the Dutch and 2 wins for England, 3 draws. So Again, it's very tight in the recent meetings between both sides. Very tight. But where do you see this one going?
Well, I'll be tuning to the side of England because while watching Netherlands against Turkey last time, I discovered that they lack something.
Remember, I did say in the last episode that look, that team, there are some holes they can get exploited from.
Yes.
And perhaps, I mean, I saw an improved performance, not the best, but an improved performance against for England in the last game against Switzerland. Tactically, I think I saw some differences. I think England have the players to hurt the Netherlands.
Yeah, they do. They do have the players to hurt the Netherlands. And like you said, those O's will be what will be exploited. You know, I told us that in the last episode that I see Netherlands going through, and the reason for it was exactly what they played, which was individual play now stood out. But at this time, I feel that individual play might not necessarily stand out for them because the English backline are also very compact and composed, so they know what they are doing. So I believe that the next phase has to do with how hungry the two teams. Yes,
I think it's really close between them.
Yeah.
But at this stage, I wait till the final before I give my prediction. I don't want to reel out any predictions. But just before we go, Marcus Rashford is a hot topic. Before the Euros, was not selected at all, even in the provisional squad. I'm beginning to wonder now. Yeah, we've seen an improvement with England, but I'm beginning to wonder, is this not the sort of game that he could have impacted? I mean, that X-Factor kind of player on the big stage where you want someone running at the opposition defender. At this time, it will be Denzel Dumfries. But who will run at Denzel Dumfries this time? I don't know. I just feel, I have this hunch, I'll call it a hunch, that Marcus Rashford is a player that England will particularly miss in this one.
Yes, they've missed a player like that from the beginning of the competition because that wing has actually been facing a lot. You know,
quite imbalanced.
Foden have been trying, but that's not just his position, so he could not do it well. He needed a right foot player that could just keep pushing at the defender, making the right back stay back, not supporting the attack against them,
and that is what a player like Marcus Rashford does. He loves to run at defenders.
But I feel that there is someone else who could come in. He might not start the game because from last game, England, Southgate changed the formation.
Are you talking about Iberi Cheze?
Not even Cheze now. It's Gordon.
Oh, Gordon.
Gordon.
Yeah, but Gordon has barely featured, right?
Yeah, he came in during the group stage and he had some impact. I believe that he did exactly what we see in Nico Williams for this.
Some would argue that Nico Williams is not Gordon is not exactly as explosive as Nico Williams.
He might not be as explosive as Nico Williams, but however, the fact that he could hold the ball and keep pushing against. These are the kind of players. He's someone like Marcus Rashford because they keep doing the same thing over and over again. Even if the defender gets the ball the first time, they try it another
They just try to make life hard for the
defenders. So I believe they missed Marcus Rashford.
Okay, we'll see. I think with England, it's never been a question of quality. It's just been a question of application for them, and we'll see how that pans out. But let us know what you think about that, and even the previous game. That will be the first game on Tuesday. It's between Spain and France. What's your prediction for that one? Also, the Netherlands and England. Is it coming home or not? Will this be the last bus stop for Gareth Southgate and England? Do let us know in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Nutmeg. And you could, of course, continue to enjoy content like this when you subscribe to our channel. It is Guardian Nigeria on YouTube. And you could also follow us on all our socials. We are at Guardian Nigeria as well. And tap the notification bells right here on YouTube, and you get all our latest content on the go. I thank you very much, Hogan, for making it right here.
Thank you very much. Always my pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for watching. See you next time.